Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more of Stygian Reign of the Old Ones. Okay, I actually reloaded loaded one of the other saves. It was purely just to see what had happened. Basically I got into combat with Eddie again. I think he was called Eddie. But instead of actually killing him or anything, I literally just ran to the drawer, got the note, and then left. The downside to doing that is you become an enemy of the mob. So I just decided, nope, I'm not gonna bother. Because it just makes the game a bit more of a headache. Or it just makes the game a headache. Because you can't go like 2 steps without running into the mob, and it blows. By the way, I believe this is the guy missing an arm. A bulky man with a missing arm is occupying one of the grimy tables of the Old Eel. It appears he is struggling to drink his troubles away, but the pain written on his face tells a different story. Okay. I never actually checked whether or not everything was set up correctly. It'll be fine, I'm sure. I'll check now. Right. So he ceases his agonizing for a short while to glance over at you. I have no plans to share the table, pal. Find yourself another spot to collapse, alright? Aha! Are you Detective Wilkins? Well done, you found me. You must be a detective too. He exhales deeply with a pained look on his face. What do you want from me? I'm also looking for the Arkham Stabber. Or also investigating the Arkham Stabber. You asking me the last thing I want to remember in this world? I lost my fucking arm over that psycho murderer. Shouts at you while struggling to open his whiskey bottle one-handed. Get lost. Ooh, I could open the bottle for him. Would that not look as if I'm taking pity on him though? Open the bottle for him. Yeah, there we go. Do I fucking look like I want to discuss this? He looks at you... No, he looks at what remains of his severed limb. Do you know how this feels? The pain you can cope with, if you're lucky. But the itching? The damned itching never relents. That's the real hell. Have you ever tried itching a part of you that ain't there anymore? You sound like a whiner. No. Not yet, but that sounds like a challenge. I understand how you feel. I mean, I don't. No. That's good because let me tell you something. You can't. Now leave me be so I can properly mourn over, you know, all the things I like to do with my right hand. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, everything's fine. Phew. I wasn't sure if I'd set everything up. Like, the game. Or if it was still Fair 3. I just could not remember if I changed that. But it seems that I did. Alright. Maybe I can help you with your condition. What can you do? I've heard people calling this phantom pain. How can you heal a non-existent arm? Ooh, can I just drink like an ox and forget the pain? What about finding you a wooden one? You think I wouldn't be able to tell the difference, you buffoon? If you're serious about helping me, talk to Richter at the pharmacy. He is the closest thing we have to a doctor now, God help us. Ooh, okay. I'll be back, I guess. We're gonna help a guy get a new arm. Hooray, aren't we heroes? Okay. Wish they'd let me inside. That guy's drunk. I can't even talk to him. Oh my god, he's a ghost. I just phased through him. Where is Richter's? Ah, there it is. Phew. I was gonna say, I don't remember. Right. Howdy, fellas. Talk to Richter over there. Think you're the big cheese? No, I don't think I'm cheese at all, actually. Oh. Okay, so I can make more stuff. Recipes. Oh, I don't have any. I'm assuming recipes are just things you could buy. Whereas all the ones that are listed are ones we know. The ones we've learned. Help you with your needs. Do you happen to own something that would help with a symptom called the phantom pain? Richter's glance suggests he's seeing you in a new light. Do you happen to be an organ collector? I mean, I don't even know what the hell I want to say. Right, jeez. I don't know, what would be a good... I mean, I'm not an organ collector. Right. Oh, wait. And the best one in Arkham. Maybe, do you have the mirror box? Oh. I wasn't expecting a confession anyway. Actually, I have an old dusty mirror box in the back. You know, comes in handy once in a while. He winks at you. 36 and it's yours, my child. Oh. Sure. The man disappears for a while and returns with the box in hand. Here you go. The comfort this thing provides, I would equate with giving a flower to a dead person. We'll see about that. Oh, okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. A mirror box. I also... God, I really hate how the edges of my screen look. Yeah, with this weird-ass effect. I think it's because I'm either addicted or because I'm paranoid. I don't remember when that effect actually came into being, but whatever. Not much can be done about it. Alright, detective. I bring good news. Wait, take out the mirror. Oh! Oh! Right, so... this should help with your pain. Yeah, there we go. You place the mirror device on the table and adjust it to display a symmetrical reflection of Wilkins's intact arm. You can see from his face that the persistent tension that's been bothering him is already fading. Give him some time to get himself together. Yay! Oh. Okay. Is he alright now? That feels much better. The itching, it's gone. How strange that the brain can be deceived with such a simple trick. Thanks, sir. Much appreciated. You're welcome. Takes a big sip of cheap whiskey. Fire away. I owe you one. Now, let's talk about the Arkham Stabber. He lets out a deep breath. So you want to know about the Stabber? Your choice. He's still got 4 limbs after all. He forces himself to concentrate. When I was on the case, the Stabber was targeting mob members. And naturally, this got the attention of Waxface. If you kill the king's men, the king comes after you, right? The Stabber was a threat to his authority, somebody pissing in his backyard, so his men hired me to find the killer. Oh. He wants to preserve his image of invincibility. That's understandable. Look, you don't understand shit about that. He looks around anxiously and lowers his voice. Good Samaritan. That bringer of law, unseen Caesar, whatever. With the victims... what were their names? He clumsily pulls out an old notebook and finds a torn page inside. Salvador and Abel, no one important. Clueless, fresh recruits for the mob, that's all. Hey, Ultimate Skyhawk. I'm pretty good, thanks for asking. How about yourself? So then I looked into how they were killed, and that proved interesting indeed. The wounds all pointed to one thing, a sword, and a big one, with a broad blade. Pierced those fellows dozens of times until they were human colanders. I've seen a lot in this profession, but that was ferocious. Salvador and Abel. Oh! I remember those names. They were registered at the hotel with Julian, the last victim. That's interesting. Wilkins lights a cigarette. Well, so I'm glad that you're doing well. Finally, we may have found a pattern. So these 3 came to the hotel together. The next question is, are they all dead? Ah, okay. As far as I know, no. There is another one called Keelan. And we can assume the murders won't stop until this Keelan fellow gets a few more breathing holes, unless, with a puff, he adds a miniature grey cloud to the already obnoxious air of the eel. He himself is the Stabber. I suppose that sounds reasonable. Never mind. Best detective in the world! I mean, in what's left of this world, but still the best, nonetheless. Yeah, I'm not gonna say something that makes me insane. Or seem insane. So what makes you think that? Think about it. Riffraff arriving from out of town, probably into some shady business. And when the deed is done, they turn on each other like rabid dogs. I've seen it happen before. Whatever the truth is, you should keep an eye out for this Keelan fellow. He may be the key to all of this. Huh, okay. Will do. What else have you got in the case? I'm getting a lot of XP. You know, I have to admit that you're not too bad at this. When you started asking questions, I wasn't expecting much, and that's why I kept my trap shut on my real leads. No offense, but I prefer not to point my fingers at suspects, especially after seeing how brutal the mob can be. I know this is a bad habit. Work ethics can cost you an arm in this place. Ha! Are you going to tell me about how you lost your arm? Now tell me about these suspects of yours. I had 3 good trials, but they all went cold. My first suspect was a redskin called... He struggles with the pronunciation. Is that Yatal? I have no idea. The other one was a magician called Horatio, and lastly I had a witness. A mute girl. Crap. A girl that doesn't talk. Lovely. Okay, what about Yatal? He's this crazy Indian who believes he's continuing the way of his ancestors. Formed his own tribe in Dead Willows after everything went to hell. A shanty town of stinking tents. Yatal is a savage son of a bitch, excuse my language. Too eager to use his machete on anyone he defines as a white oppressor, especially mob people. Motive? Check. Potential murder weapon? Check. I'd pay him a visit if I were you, but you've been warned, mister. He's awfully protective about his territory. He prefers to let that machete do the talking. Where is Dead Willows? It draws a circle on your map. It used to be a resort area along the Miskatonic River, full of white willow trees. Fancy place. You don't need to be a detective to guess why it's called Dead Willows these days. Okay, what about Horatio? Horatio the Magnificent, they used to call him. I saw nothing magnificent about the man though, a total wreck. He was pretty vocal about his hate for Waxface, suicidal, right? Horatio had all the motive to go after some mobster blood, and I know he uses old-fashioned swords in his shows. You know, the coffin and the blades and nonsense like that. Is he alive? Last time I saw him, he was staying in room number 203. Oh, I think he's dead. Damn it. Number 203 of the Essex Hotel. Considering his suicidal tendencies, might be a good idea to get your ass over there in a hurry. Yeah, I think he's already dead. Unless I'm mixing him up with a different body. Who's the mute girl you mentioned? Donna the Mute is what the other tunnel kids call her. She wasn't always mute, so I heard. They say she became like that after witnessing the murder of Abel. The eyes on that little girl. Understandable, I guess. Looking at the same dreadful moment no one else could see. I tried everything but could never get her to talk. Where can I find this kid? If you think you can do better, be my guest. She lives with the other orphans in the collapsed train tunnel, in the northeast part of French Hill. Ah, okay. I'd better go. I have a murderer to find. And you still have 2 arms, pal. You owe old Wilkins a drink. Don't forget that. And good hunting. Holy fuck. How much XP did I just get? I haven't leveled up though. What? Verba Derelicta. What the fuck is that? Oh. Okay. Certain death should I speak his name. Lovely. Oh, maybe my vision's screwed because I'm pissed. I never actually thought that I was drunk. Oh well. I suffer from addiction, but oh well. Whatever. Cool. Right, I picked up a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. I think I got notes and everything. Wilkins' notes. Gentleman's coat. Ooh, now that's slick. This game is Stygian, Reign of the Old Ones. It's a Lovecraftian CRPG. Ooh, I don't know what to go for. Does that change anything? No. But I look fancier in this. What about the top hat? Milady. Ooh, or the ultimate gentleman's hat. High society. Hell yeah, I'm high society. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Oh, look at me. Oh man. But with it being a CRPG, there's... I would say... A trait of CRPGs is to have very little combat. That's not necessarily true though. Because Baldur's Gate has a lot of combat. It's more the fact I've played more of Planescape Torment, which is a game that is mostly dialogue. It has combat, but you get mostly experience just from, like, talking to people. It's fun. I don't know why I decided to search that guy's body, I've already looked at it. Wrathsack. Can I talk to... What's his face? I also forgot, I didn't look at my notes. Sheesh. Yeah, I got too distracted by my fancy coat. So Wilkins' leads and Wilkins' notes. Notes about the victims of the Arkham stabbings. Snide and illegible handwriting. Detective Wilkins has recorded in his workbook the names of the mobster victims. Oh, is that it? Okay, so we have Salvador. Immigrant recently joined the mob. Abel, not from Arkham, chosen by the mob for his size. Is that it? There was only 2 victims? Oh, right, yeah. No, there were 3 victims. Jules was the last one. Or Julian. Okay, so that's not really that useful. Read it anyway. More XP! So Yatal hates everyone, has a machete, Indian, Abenaki. Killed mob member 4. Horatio hates Waxface, has damn swords. Lost assistant recently, out of towner. And the witness saw a victim die, became mute after the incident. Her tongue is intact. Right. How is she a suspect? Oh no, she's not a suspect, she's a lead. I'm an idiot. Wonder if I can speak with him. Nope. Oh no, I don't think he's called Eddie. I don't know why I thought he was. Yeah, Carrion. Was it Carrion Jack? I don't bloody remember their names. Son of a bitch. 203, 201, 202, 203. Wait, is this locked? Oh, knock on the door. You hear someone, probably a man, stopping behind the locked door. Ah, there we go. Leave me alone, I just need a few questions answered. Questions about what? About several murders happening in this town. The Arkham Stabber. What does it have to do with me? The man takes a deep, sobbing breath before continuing. You listen to me, there is a ruthless killer in this town, yes. Okay, whoa, whoa. Oh, I didn't get to see what that said. Oh well. And he is worse than that, he is the king of all of Arkham's murderers. You know who I'm speaking of. That black-hearted, wax-faced son of a bitch. Now go ahead and point the finger on me, I don't care who hears me say it, he is a son of a bitch. I won't do anything like that, I'm not acquainted with the mob at all. Then please, sir... Oh, then please leave, sir. His voice throbs with pure boiling hatred. Considering the things I'm planning to do, even talking to me might cost you your neck. I'm willing to take that chance. Would you open the door, please? Ooh. Ooh, which would be better to say? This one, probably. Probably not. First, prove to me that you're not with the mob. I'm obviously more intelligent than any of those buffoons. The room goes silent for a few seconds. Yes! Oh my god, I gained sanity because I was rational. Woohoo! Then the lock clicks and the door yawns open. Hallelujah. He ain't dead then. For some reason I thought he was. I was getting him mixed up with a different floor. Oh, this guy does not look healthy though. Yeah, I think it was room 102? Or was it 101? Yeah, there's a corpse in the middle of it. Horatio's belongings. I kinda want to search, but I don't want to anger him. Yeah, screw it. Oh god. Looked a bit weird. Deck of marked cards. Oh, indispensable to con men. And legend... Oh, legerdemain. I've never heard that word. Experts who always anticipate, and if not know what card they're drawing from it. Can I take that then? Oh, I can. This dusty corner is cluttered with the depressed illusionist's quirky paraphernalia. Gewgaws? I've never heard these words, or seen these words before. Gimcrackery. Is there anything else I can search? Look out the window. From the room window, the lifeless body of Julian, the stabber's latest victim, is still visible. Oh, no, nice. Right, let's have a word. Horatio! You see a devastated-looking man in a wrinkled, stained stage costume. This must be the magnificent Horatio, or what's left of him. You're really not going to kill me, right? The man's severely swollen eyes tell you that he's been in this state for some time. No. For a fragment of a second, you think you see disappointment flicker in his reddish eyes. Alright, ask your oh-so-important questions. I heard you have a sword, or swords. Did you hear about the young man who was killed on this street a while ago? You catch him wavering for a short moment. Did you hear about the lovely young lady who was killed at the hands of that tyrant? Look, pal, we each have our own wounds in this wretched town. Come on, you know that I know. God, I hate the fact I become insane with literally every single choice I can make. What lady? His tired eyes begin to water as if to continue their routine of constant weeping. Oh. She was my assistant. Not just my assistant. Violet was everything I had. What happened to her? She was... He stops abruptly, growing angry. I don't suppose you came here to ask about Violet. Forget your question and leave me be. Ooh. So what do you know about the Arkham Stabber? I've heard that some folks were being stabbed. I barely left this gloomy chamber for a long time. Weeks, or is it months? Even the time is damned in this place. Right. So... Okay, I didn't realise... I blanked out. So he wipes his eyes with the sleeve of his tuxedo and continues. Dusk was always the most melancholic time of day for me. He laughs bitterly, and I am trapped forever in this moment of eternal dusk. All alone with my memories... Pardon me. Of her. On a bright day, some memories can warm your heart. On days like this, they pierce you like ice, reminding you of what has been lost forever. Great. But don't wear sackcloth and ashes for the gone. They are free now, like birds set from their cages. How beautiful. Ah, Christ. I don't want to sound rude, but shall we continue? I'm sorry, I know the feeling. Silently stares at the wall, it seems your words aren't reaching him. So what's your grudge against Waxface? His eyes focus on the memory of his sworn enemy and he answers slowly, making every word count. He took what is dearest from me and I plan to do exactly the same. Ooh, okay. So if I can't find something that monster holds dear, which would be of no surprise to me at all, then I will take the wretched life from his fat carcass. Jeez. I heard you have a sword, or swords. So what? Do you think my stage swords are like the meat cleavers the mob uses to behead people? I'm a magician for God's sake. He casts his eyes down. I mean, I used to be one of the best. Haven't you heard? The magnificent Horatio has come to town. I think I saw one of your flyers. That's supposed to make me feel better? You're a wizard! So is that supposed to make me feel better? He looks at the state of his clothes and smiles bitterly. Look at my magnificence now. I knew it, you're a wizard. You're Merlin disguised in a cheap tuxedo. Hey, this is not cheap, and I'm no hedge wizard like those mad sheiks of the cult. I don't have any control over poor fools' minds or anything like that. But if you learn the art of manipulating the audience's perceptions, combined with special optical effects, you can put on a real spectacle. Something that people will remember their entire lives. For the first time you catch a glimpse of life in this pained man. A pure moment of sharing the same space with the impossible, the unexplainable. That's magic. Dark clouds gather again as quickly as they parted. But when Violet died, the magic in me died with her. You mentioned the sheiks of the cult. Look, I use the principles of nature in my craft. I'm no scientist, but I'm well read. Optics, physics, engineering, every spectacle is grounded in delicate calculation. But those mad priests are a different breed. They're almost like... He struggles to find the right words. They suck the faith out of their worshippers and turn it into a disease. A sickness that can affect reality. This simply means that they can use certain principles we're not aware of. Maybe. I wish you the best of luck with that, but leave me out of it. Reason has left this town, my friend, whether we accept it or not. Another thing. That's everything. I can't actually do anything. Oh. Oh, interesting. Although Horatio claims he is unaware of the young man's death, this certain view contradicts with the young man's account. Or accounts. Your window directly overlooks the crime scene and you say you never left the room, yet you saw nothing. I was... Horatio averts his gaze once again. He may be a master of visual deception, but his attempts at verbal deception are a disaster. I was sleeping. I'm not gonna this is some very naughty behaviour. Very naughty. Horatio, this is serious. More people will die. I didn't see anything. I was... Horatio, you're a terrible liar. The man suddenly blurts out in angry desperation. Alright, I saw it. I saw how they ripped that young man to pieces. Why would you hide this information? Oh, wait. Don't you worry, Mr. Wizard. Oh my god. Why would you hide this information? The pained man shouts at you in tears, because they were strong and merciless, and they knew how to kill. They're as ruthless as that monster, Waxface. Wait, there's more. You want to know everything, huh? When the shadows were done with that man, I stormed down the stairs to catch them. I shouted after them, but they never even turned to look at me. I swear they flew away through the air. Oh. So what were they exactly? How should I know? I've been ridiculed for these kind of things all my life. Spirits of some kind, but I could feel the hatred oozing out of them. It was like mine, maybe even stronger. So why chase after them? Only because I wanted them to kill Waxface. I would give anything to make him suffer like I did. He is clearly on the verge of a nervous breakdown. My life, my soul, anything. Did you see where the shadows went? I might have. He looks at you with a fresh expression. I just might. You asked me for the truth and I told it. You took a chance on my retribution, so some kind of repayment is only fair. You know what I'm planning to do and you're going to help me. He wipes his eyes with his dirty sleeve again. That is, if you wish to know where that House of Shadows is. I'm not going to kill Waxface for you. Of course not. You think I trust a stranger with something that important? All I need is an unguarded entrance to the Blackened Club. The rest I'll take care of myself. Ooh. Okay. That sounds like it's going to be hard, though. Right, I'll do my best. Wasn't this busy before the apocalypse. Wait for my return. First, tell me what you did to your assistant. You're the persistent type, aren't you? I used to be the same before all of these. He recollects the tormenting events of his recent past. Violet, she never wanted that show. Not one bit. A private show for the unseen Imperator himself. Or Imperator, I guess it could have been. Who would want that? But I told her it would be good for us. He was the only authority in this chaos after all. I thought if he liked the show, he would protect us. Foolish, wasn't it? There we go. Everyone is scared in this place. You acted to secure yourself and Violet. No, I acted like a moron. I persuaded her. So we found ourselves there in the end, straight into the casino lounge. Spent hours preparing the stage. I wanted that show to be perfect. I wanted to make an impression. When we were finally ready and nervous as hell, he came. Surrounded by his made men, who were like flies buzzing around rotten meat. We weren't allowed to look at him directly, but I could see his huge silhouette out of the corner of my eye. We started the performance and the first few tricks went well. I couldn't see the man's face and the made men seemed uninterested. But I can tell when there's a spark in the eyes of the audience. Then the time came for the blade box act. You've heard of the trick, right? The lady gets inside a prop coffin and the magician stabs it through with swords. The lady comes out just fine and you never know how. In reality, the entry points of the swords are all precisely calculated. Huh. Sure, I've heard about it. He's growing more anxious with every passing second. We were in the middle of the act and Violet was inside the box. When I was about to insert the third sword, I noted something moving from the corner of my eye. Waxface had actually stood up and was moving towards me. I could hear his heavy footsteps without even turning my head. I was trembling when he finally asked me if he could give it a try. Before I knew what was happening, his brutes grabbed the swords from my hands and grappled me. Horatio looks like he's being grappled again, this time by invisible hands. They forced me to keep my head down. Let him continue. I want to hear the story. He started stabbing the box. He speaks as if he's suffocating, shattering the wood savagely. Then I heard Violet scream. Blood was seeping out of the box. Full of agony, he shouts. The box became her real coffin. He's returning to his broken, lifeless state now. When he was done, I heard that accursed voice again, calling me a fraud, ordering his men to throw me out. I don't know, care, or remember what's happened since then. Just because I said my piece doesn't mean you should feel sorry for me. If you want to help me, I already told you how to do it. I'll be fine. Alright, I'll do my best. Good. The monster's lair is called the Blackened Club. It stands in French Hill. Just find a way in and return to me. He seems lost again in his crimson plans of vengeance. Oh, okay. Am I picking up more notes? Or is it literally just like diary entries that I'm picking up? I do have his deck of marked cards. Curious if I could sell those. Would be nice. Ooh, 15 XP. We're not that far. Could I... Hang on, before I do. The game makes a save every time I leave and enter somewhere, so I'm curious. Can I steal? It might fuck me, that's why I wanted to leave, just in case. Huh, I'm interested. I didn't want to talk. Oh! You may get inside Horatio's cage and try to escape by yourself, testing your escape artist skills. Oh, there we go. After an arduous struggle that took hours, you are finally free. Huh. Nice. I increased... Well, actually, no. I didn't actually increase anything. I got an extra perk. Escape Artist. Progression escapes can be made more easily. Oh! Now that's cool. Not too shabby. I don't know, I assumed... Wait, it's got the bloody icon of, like, taking something. What the hell was I supposed to think? Oh well. Not like it matters. We got it. Right, we can leave. So, he wants us to find a way into Waxface's domain. Oh boy, that seems like it's not going to be easy. Whoa. Alright, let's go. So, French Hill, which is 2 screens over. Where is it we need to enter as well? Oh, it's the distillery. Not distillery, the warehouse. I don't actually know where the distillery is. No. Oh, it's Main Street, I think. I vaguely remember them mentioning it. I can look at my journal if I really need to know. Right. So here it is. It's this place.